Welcome to Street Smart on the Ground, where I answer your travel questions based on real life on the road. Real hard-won, hard-learned, and multiple times hard-learned lessons that I share in these short 5 to 7 minute videos. Today is episode number 2 in a series on volunteering. So I'll leave a link to episode number 1, which was about evergreen ways to volunteer, 3 very simple and very popular paths to volunteer where there's always demand. Episode number 2 is going to deal more with mindset, with how may I serve versus what's in it for me. So service versus self-interest. Basically, I'm going to cover a few things in this video, and it's all around what does the host need? Why is this volunteer opportunity being presented? And if you start there, that's a fantastic way to ingratiate yourself to your host and to lead to other volunteer opportunities either with that host or with other ones. So what is a host looking for? 1, available. Are you available to help them with whatever it is they need help with? 2, reliability. Are you going to do what you said you were going to do in the way you said you were going to do it when you said you were going to do it? It's not, it probably sounds pretty strict and over the top, but basically they just want to know if this person comes and spends time with us, are we going to be able to get this project done? Am I going to be able to get the help that I need? And 3, and this is really probably should be number 1, the most important thing is your attitude and willingness. What are you willing to do? And I don't mean illegal stuff or immoral stuff. I mean, if you don't have the skills to do something, that's usually not an issue if you have a good attitude and if the host can teach you what needs to be done. And by the way, when you're there, you might see, oh, I'm really good with this other thing. I could help you with this. For example, I'm a licensed electrician. I don't advertise that fact. Obviously, I'm doing it here. But generally, if the host is cool and I've been there for a couple days and I see this is kind of dangerous and that shouldn't be like that and this definitely needs to be addressed, I'll tell them if you guys can get a little bit of materials and if you have the tools on site, I'm happy to make that safe at the very least or fix that thing. It's usually very easy fixes. You don't need to be an electrician or a plumber or a licensed anything. You have skills that are going to be able to help your host. And if you go into a volunteering opportunity looking for how may I serve versus what's in it for me, what are the benefits to me, you're going to have a much better go of it and have a much different experience too. If you treat it more as a transaction, I do this and then I get this in return, that can work, but you're going to burn out. And what I found is the more I try to help the host and ask them, what do you really need help with? What's the best thing I can do right now? They'll tell you. Or, like I said, you can offer, hey, I can do this other thing or that other thing if you want. And that opens the doors to a different level of communication and a different relationship with the host. So, for example, I was just in Pasto, which is a couple hours north of the Ecuadorian border. And my plan was to stay on that farm for 2 weeks, and that was it. And about a week in, one of my hosts said, we don't really care about workaway and volunteering. You are a member of the community and our family. We love having you here. Very effusive in his praise, and then he said, I hope that life makes it possible for us to spend time in the future. You're welcome here anytime. We hope you come back. You can stay as long as you like. And it was sincere. And I ended up staying over a month and then finally had to extricate myself. Like, look, I'll come back before I go back to Ecuador, but there's other things I want to see here in the country, and the clock is ticking. I got a 90-day visa, which sounds like a huge amount of time, but really it's not. So for those of you who may not know, I've been on the road for over 3 years, mostly in Ecuador, now a little bit in Colombia with plans to travel to other parts of South America. And I've been volunteering for almost 3 years. I'm coming up on about 30 different hosts, many of whom have invited me back and many of whom I'm still in touch with on WhatsApp. I'll send them pictures or videos or, hey, how you doing? Happy birthday, Merry Christmas, whatever it is. And when I'm back in that part of the country or the world, I will drop them a line, hey, by the way, I'm going to be nearby. If you need help, I'm available. And if they don't, do you want to go for lunch or hang out? Because a lot of these hosts have become friends. Is that the case in every country around the world? I can't say that because I've only been volunteering down here in Latin America, and that is a big part of Latin culture. But my experience in general is that my hosts have been fantastic, wonderful, helpful, very warm and friendly people. And as you get to know them and show them that you're there to put their interests ahead of your own, they do the same thing. So I've been invited to a lot of family events, cultural events. I've gotten a lot of different cultural insights, and we've gotten to know each other on that basis over a period of weeks or months. And by the way, you don't need to hop on a plane and do this, in exotic locations like I am. You can do this closer to home. And if you start with that mindset of, what does my host need? Why are they posting this opportunity, and how can I help fulfill whatever that is? That's the best place to start from. I can't even explain to you in words the rewards that come from putting somebody else's needs first, certainly in a volunteering context. I would invite you to try it out for yourself. And if you don't want to do it with volunteering, try it out with people in your life. And look out for, hey, I could do this small thing that would really help this person out and they would appreciate it, with no expectation of anything in return. And I guarantee you that's going to come back to you. So a short video today just to say the mindset, especially when volunteering, focus on what your host needs, ask how may I serve versus what's in it for me, and then let the magic happen. It continues to be amazing. I've done over, let's say close to 30 volunteer opportunities with 30 different hosts, and I've revisited multiple times some of these hosts, and I plan to revisit more. I'm basically creating a network of people that I know across this part of the world, so that when I go traveling through, I've got somewhere where I can go and help them out, and where we can hang out and be friends. And is that going to be the case with every host? Absolutely not. But it's been the case, I'd say, at least 50% of the time. It's not always going to be a fit, but when it is a fit, it can be amazing, and that can open doors to opportunities that come out of nowhere, like really good opportunities. That continues to happen to me. I want to pay that forward here. I have another 4 or 5 episodes planned out for this series. If you have any comments or questions, please drop them below. If, for whatever reason, you don't want to use YouTube to do that, I'm also on Instagram. I'll put that link in the description. That is streetsmarttravels with an S. Shoot me a message over there. I've gotten a few people that have contacted me there to ask specific questions and go deep on some stuff. I'm happy to share any information I can based on my experience. Thank you for stopping by. Happy trails. See you on the next one.